Alright, political beliefs and behavior. Unit 2, video 2. So now we're going to break down those ideologies a little bit further. Alright, so we're going to start with liberals. So this is somebody who is both economically and socially liberal, so that's pretty obvious. So just summing that up, liberals tend to favor an active government role in the economy, so more regulation, minimum wage, things like that they would typically tend to favor, as well as social freedoms, and equality would be a main goal of somebody who considers themselves to be liberal. Conservatives, on the other hand, obviously they are both economically and socially conservative. They believe that the government should have a very limited role in the economy, typically tend to look towards traditional values, so think, 1950s white picket fence, Pleasantville type of America. That might be a stereotype, but that's what we're doing in this section really. We're just stereotyping people. And their goal above all else would typically be freedom. Okay, now this doesn't mean that liberals hate freedom, and it doesn't mean conservatives hate equality. It's just when I put that term there, I'm saying that would be a main goal that this ideology would typically look at above others. Now here's where we get a little bit more complicated, is we're going to introduce libertarians and another group called populists. Libertarians are economically conservative, but they are socially liberal. So this would be somebody who basically they don't want the government involved in economic or social policies. So they want freedom above all else, personal liberty. So a person should have the freedom to do what they want, whether it's with their money, so very low taxes, a very free market. You can think of Ron Paul if you know anything about him. He's often considered more of a libertarian, even though he's not that socially liberal. But in our government, he's about as socially or as libertarian as it gets, I guess. So minimal government, both socially and economically. On the other end of the spectrum, you have a group called populists, and they are economically liberal and socially conservative, which means basically that they want the government involved in every aspect of life. They want a strong government when it comes to providing social programs. When I say social programs, you might want to make a note of this. I'm talking about things like Social Security and Medicare. So those are economically liberal policies. That's more government involvement. They're okay with rich people paying higher taxes because that funds those social programs. At the same time, they tend to favor social restrictions, focus on punishing crime as opposed to rights of the accused. Typically not very socially liberal, so they would oppose things like same-sex marriage. So populists want stronger government both economically and socially, whereas libertarians want a weak government in both areas. And this has been another La Money production.